আসসালামু আলাইকুম দর্শক, আশা করি ভালো আছেন। এই মুহূর্তে যারা দেখছেন এবং ভবিষ্যতে যারা দেখবেন তাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত আমাদের এই চ্যানেলে। আপনারা জানেন যে আমরা কানাডার লাইফস্টাইল, কানাডার ইমিগ্রেশন এই বিষয়গুলো নিয়ে কথা বলি। তো আজকে আমরা একজন অতিথির সাথে কথা বলবো, যিনি কানাডাতে বেশ কিছুদিন ধরে রয়েছেন এবং যিনি কানাডার নিউ কামারদের নিয়ে কাজ করছেন। তো আমরা আরেকটু দর্শকদের জন্য ওয়েট করছি, যারা আসবেন তাদের জন্য একটু ওয়েট করছি। যিনি কানাডাতে বেশ কিছুদিন ধরে রয়েছেন এবং যিনি কানাডার নিউ কামারদের নিয়ে কাজ করছেন। আমরা আরেকটু দর্শকদের জন্য ওয়েট করছি। Hello, Jocelyn. How are you?
Hi, Sakib. I'm doing good. Thank you. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. So now we are in live. So people watching us. So like how was your morning today?
My morning is good.
Okay.
We are waking up early today to have some conversation with you.
Okay. So some people watching us now. Still 9 people are on board. So they are watching me and you as well as also. So dear viewers, let I introduce you Jocelyn. So just Jocelyn, just tell me about yours.
Okay. Well, my name is Jocelyn. I am a content creator for Instagram. I create content for people who are living in Canada or are planning to come to Canada, specifically for Spanish-speaking people.
Okay.
I came in to 2018 as an international student with my husband and my kids from Dominican Republic.
Okay. So you came from Dominican Republic. It's a Caribbean country, we know, and Jamaica, and you know there is a strong cricket team in Caribbean country, and this is called West Indies. And the viewers who are watching our show now, they love cricket. So we love Dominican cricket, and we love you guys because your weather is nice, and you guys are very friendly. And just we find some our spiritual relation with the Caribbean countries and as well as also in South Asian countries. Our family bondings and our everything is like similar to me. Actually, it looks like a similar to me. So again, just you are most welcome in our channel. And now, just tell me about how was your journey in Canada? You mentioned that you came here as an international student. So when you start your study first in Canada?
Well, I started by fall. I remember it was September 2018. I studied at University of Manitoba. It was a 1-year program, applied human resource management. And I don't know if so many people know that after you graduate, you get a postgraduate work permit for the amount of time that you studied. So once I graduated from that program, I had an open work permit and I started looking for jobs in the area that I was graduating. That was human resource management. But when you graduate, you need to immediately find a job because you have 1 year to start your permanent resident process. So back home, I was a director in a preschool,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a bachelor degree in early childhood education, which
Mm-hmm.
I validated here in Canada, and I got
Mm-hmm.
my certification.
Mm-hmm.
So I started applying to different jobs, and the first job offer I got was from a daycare. So
Okay.
I got the job. I didn't mean that was not in human resource management field, because I just
Mm-hmm.
needed a job. So
Mm-hmm.
I started working at that daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 months after, I applied for the provincial nominee program,
Mm-hmm.
because you need to have 6 months experience in order to apply for the nomination. So
Okay.
once I applied for the nomination, I remember the process to be nominated took 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
and I had just 2 months left. So
Okay.
I had to require my employer a closed work permit. With this
Mm-hmm.
work permit, I was allowed only to work with that employer, because I didn't have any. If I didn't do like that, I was not able to keep working. So
Mm-hmm.
my employer, who was happy with my job, she decided to support me and sponsor me through the LMIA. And
Labor
yes,
market
I got
impact
my
assessment.
yes,
LMI
yes,
means labor market impact assessment.
yes.
Yeah. Carry on. Right.
And thank you. And I remember after I applied to the permanent residence, I it took about 11 months to get my permanent resident. Yes. And that was the process.
Okay. Jocelyn, just 100% audience in my channel, they are from Bangladesh and they are in Bengali speaking, and they knows English very well. But for your permission, just can I translate in Bengali in little bit?
Oh, yes, for sure.
ওকে, তো দর্শক এখন যারা দেখছেন তারা এই জিনিসটা একটু, জসলিন যেটা বললেন যে সে আসলে কানাডার খুব কাছাকাছি থেকেও কিন্তু সে এখানে স্টুডেন্ট হিসাবে এসেছেন, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্ট, ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ ম্যানিটোবাতে। ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ ম্যানিটোবাতে আসার পরে তারপরে সে একটি এখানে পড়াশোনা করে হিউম্যান রিসোর্স ম্যানেজমেন্টে এবং একটি ডে কেয়ারে চাকরি করে, এবং ডে কেয়ারে চাকরি করা শুরু করার পরে সে পিআরের প্রসেসটা করে। অর্থাৎ যারা ভাবছেন যে কানাডাতে খুব মানে দ্রুত চলে আসা যায়, দ্রুত আসা যায়, কিন্তু ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য কিন্তু কানাডার একটি অপার দ্বার সম্ভাবনার কথা রয়েছে। ওকে জসলিন, থ্যাংক ইউ ফর ইউর জার্নি। নাও টেল অ্যাবাউট মি, at first time you are working at daycare. Now you are working with the newcomers, those who are came in Canada. So what is the job pattern now you are doing actually in your organization? Like what do you think? Many newcomer came in Canada, sometimes they are feeling shy, they have language barrier, they have cultural barrier, they have weather barrier like winter or something like this. So what kinds of work you are doing in your present job?
Okay. We have different trainings.
Mm-hmm.
We have employment programs, and we train the people in different areas such as childcare skills,
Mm-hmm.
industrial sewing, and culinary or commercial cooking for
Okay.
women to work in those areas.
Okay.
Once we train them, we help
Mm-hmm.
them find jobs and give them support with the resume, preparing for the interview, because sometimes you have the skills, but you need to have a good resume according to Canada expectations. And once you have the resume and you send it, you need to do good in the interview in order to be successful in the interview. So this is all that we do. We prepare the people for the interviews, and yeah, they're successful.
Okay. Just another question. Can you share this live in your Instagram?
Sorry?
Uh, you can share our live in your social media also. Now,
This is the first time I do that. I
okay,
am going to do it through Instagram.
no, it's just your
Yes,
camera
I
is now
found it. I found it. I'm doing that now.
okay.
Yes, I did.
Can you flip your camera again, please?
Oh, it changed. I'm here. Sorry about that.
Okay,
I'm
that's
new.
good. Now, just I want to know one things. Like uh, what kind of people now I mean how people overcome their barrier in Canada, like I mentioned you that there are some cultural barrier, there are some emotional barrier, like the people who came in here, their half of the family live in their home country. So what kind of support you are uh, what kinds of work you are doing with them?
Okay. The organization that I work give the women or the newcomers lots of
Hmm.
support, and not only in the training programs, but
Hmm.
also with donations, with the support support groups, different workshops, teaching them how to manage their money, money management in Canada, talking about parenting, because the way we raise up the children in here, it's different than what we do in our country. So it's a culture shock when you're coming and we are trying to um, do a few things that we were doing different with the children back in our countries and in here. So it's parenting programs and safe space relationships. We have so many conversation programs for
Okay.
people to practice their English.
Okay. So the people who are watching now, actually, just you need to know that we are not immigration consultant. Just we are
No.
YouTube content creator. We have no actually specific rights to talk about the total immigration process. So just I want to take a question. MZ official. I want to go Canada work visa. So Jocelyn, you have any suggestion like these kinds of question?
Well, it depends on your level of English, and just look for a job. And if you have a specific education that is in demand in here, you can start, prepare your resume, and start applying for jobs. You can find an employer who could do the process for you for sure.
Okay,
Yes.
but it's not an easy process actually,
Oh, no.
because you didn't came here through the job. You came here as at first student. In they need to LMIA, and for international workers, how they manage their LMIA from their back country.
We usually do with a consultant, specialist, a person that is registered and is
Mm-hmm.
approved to do that. That
Mm-hmm.
even I know people that have done it by themselves. Apply for the LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. And but the problem is that many organizations don't know about that, and they don't get in trouble, and they don't know how to do the process. So when you don't know how to do the process, and you don't know, and the organization does not know, they say, okay, I cannot hire you because you don't have a work permit. So in that case, you just tell the organization, I have my own consultant that can make the process for you. If you really want me to go with you, I can do that for sure. But it's important, Sakib, to know that this process must be paid by the employer, not the employee.
Okay. Actually, as far I know, just it's a long process, and the people, the employer, they cannot actually. It's a lengthy process, and it's not a good process for an employer. So for this reason, sometimes they are demotivated to bring back worker from outside the Canada. Okay, so we want to check a question. I have a question at now. Which province is the best easily get PR study complete?
It depends. If you're coming, it's if you're coming as an international student, you
Mhm.
can make it in New Brunswick because you
New
can
Brunswick.
apply for permanent resident in New Brunswick before you finish your schooling. However, it is recommended for you to apply for permanent residence in a province that you would like to stay for a long period of time, and have good opportunities, job opportunities. After you graduated, Manitoba, it's the one that can make it first.
Okay.
However,
So yeah.
sorry, Sakib, if you come
No.
as an international student
Mhm.
and your partner, your wife or your husband starts working 6 months after, that person can apply for permanent resident. But it depends how you come in. If you're coming as an international student or if you're coming as a employee.
Okay, it makes sense. So, just I translate one question. It was written by Bengali. If you apply for, like, if I apply for student, or if I came from as a student, what is the percentage of PR? I mean, what is the chance? How many percentage to chance of PR? Can you address this question?
It depends. If you're coming for a 2 years program, you have 90% or 95%, because immediately you start working, if you keep the job, you can apply for the permanent residence. So there's nothing that can stop you to get it, unless you have, once you're in the program, in the process, and they make your medicals and you have an illness, maybe it can affect. Or I don't know, if you start working and then you get fired and you start working in another place and you get fired again. I mean, if you cannot keep the job, the work working, it can affect, because you should have 6 months in a row for the PR, for the provincial nominee. And then to start, you need to be working all the time. But if you're a good employee, if you're good in your studies, you have good English, there's no reason to be denied. And I understand some people are concerned because coming to Canada is very expensive process and they don't want to spend all the money and then to go back to their countries. To be honest, I don't know any people who came as a student here and returned to their countries.
Uh, just I জাস্ট এক্সপ্লেন ইট ইন বেঙ্গলি। সো উনি যেটা বললেন যে সেটা হচ্ছে যে এখানে স্টুডেন্ট হিসাবে যদি আসেন, স্টুডেন্ট হিসাবে আসলে পরে, বিশেষ করে গ্রাজুয়েশন স্টুডেন্ট হিসাবে আসলে পরে নিজ দেশে ফিরে যাওয়ার কোনো সম্ভাবনাই কিন্তু নাই আসলে। কারণ যদি আপনার ইচ্ছা থাকে তাহলে সেটা অবশ্যই সম্ভব। ওকে, জাস্ট অ্যানাদার কোশ্চেন। ইয়া, ক্যান ইউ অ্যান্সার দিস কোশ্চেন প্লিজ?
I am from Bangladesh. I am completing agriculture diploma. In what case will I get any work visa in Canada? Well, it depends. I will repeat. I am not a immigration consultant. I just speak about my experience. I might not have all the answers or have not experience, but it's just searching Indeed, Workopolis, LinkedIn, and look for those jobs and apply. It's important to have a good resume. I mean, no picture, skilled, targeted to the position, and start applying for jobs.
Okay. So, just Canada is a country of agriculture. Actually, we have a lot of land for agriculture, and Canada is one of the second largest country in this world. So they have a big field for agriculture. But just we want to say one thing for our viewers. That's the agriculture of Bangladesh and agriculture of Canada is too much different, because they have everything is in machinery. Even they use also aeroplane for their agriculture. So those who want to come in Canada as an agriculturist or something like this, you have need to introduce the Canadian agriculture process. And you know that if you came in Canada as a agriculture worker, there is a government to government just MOU, and I think in Bangladesh they have no MOU with Canadian government. So without government MOU, people cannot come in Canada actually for the agriculture visa. Okay, Jocelyn.
Sakib,
Now,
I would like to say something
sure,
because
sure,
people might be confused.
sure.
To get a work permit, to get a work
Mhm.
visa, you need a job offer. You cannot apply to a work visa if you don't have a job already, if you don't have a job offer. So, in order for you to apply for a work visa, you should demonstrate Canada that you got a job offer.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you cannot apply for that. So the first step is look for a job.
Yes. First things you need a job, and employer must need to issue a LMI through government. Is it
Yes.
okay? So just now there is a question in your screen. HM Jamil Ahmed, 3 year study gap allow in Canada?
I don't understand the question. Sorry
Okay,
about
so
that.
uh, previously 3 years ago he was a student. Now he is working, I think. So he can came in Canada for study permit.
Oh, yes, for sure. When I did my last master degree in 2012 and I came here 2018, 6 years. Yes, for sure.
Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Jamil Ahmed, you said that you have 3 years study gap, but according to Jocelyn, it's not a big problem because she had 6 years working gap in her education. So, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years study gap, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's work properly. Okay, Jocelyn. So, tell me about your countries. We will hear you many things from your countries. But at first, one things, in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and many people they have dreamed to settle in Canada actually. And what about in your country? Just your country is close to USA. Then if they cross in USA, they will be in Canada within a minute. So, what is the thinking about Canada in your country's people?
Well, it's in my country, so many people would like to come to Canada because we're looking for more opportunities for us and our families. So right now, um, it's a huge amount of people who would like to come. And yes, I think it happens with so many countries because we're looking for better opportunities.
Okay. Uh, so just another question. So why people want to live in your country? What is the reason?
Um, Financial security,
Hmm.
uh, safety,
Okay.
safety. It's easier to walk around with your phone, walking in the street here, and in my country, it's complicated because some people can go and assault you to get your purse, um, to get your phone, or go into your house to get things from to steal things, and sometimes even it's not safe. It's not that safe. And opportunities to get a job, it's very hard to get a good job, and life, quality life, it's hard. Everything's very expensive, salaries are very low, and opportunities are hard to find. Good opportunities are hard to find, and we're thinking about our countries, and about we're thinking about our children, what the children will do in the future. Education is really expensive. Private education and public education, it's not that good. So we need to pay for private schools. In order to pay for private schools, we have to pay very. It's very expensive. Getting a house, for instance, we got our house before we were here, before 2 years. I mean, we came here August 18 in 2020. Um, yes, 2020, June 2020, we got our own house. That's impossible in my country. And my husband and I had good salaries, good jobs. I had my own business. So, but even with that, it's hard. So that's why we decided to come to Canada.
Okay, yeah. So actually, same things in Bangladesh and India, Pakistan as well as also. So people they want social securities and something like this. Now we just can we see one question in your screen?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
about a
just
student in Department of Anthropology.
yeah.
After completing this master in Canada. After completing master in Canada,
Mhm. Yeah.
if they complete that master in Canada, they are going to get the job. If they completed that master's degree in Bangladesh or another country, I am not sure because it's not Canadian education. And after graduating in Canada, you will have the postgraduate, so you will, for sure, you will have Canadian experience. But if you're asking about back home, I am not sure about those jobs in that area in here. I am not sure.
Okay,
Okay.
Subrata Sarkar. Shubhrata Sarkar, just I want, okay, I will talk with you in Bengali in my language. Okay, I am also completed my master degree in anthropology. This is in Jahangirnagar University. But I have no education in here. But if you completed any masters in Canada, it's impossible that you cannot find a job. University masters, it's a big things in Canada. But anthropology, it's a rare subject. So if you go in a big city or something like this, you can find a definitely research related job or anything you can find. Just it's not a problem actually. It's very easy. It's very easy. So Jocelyn, just I now want to know one things. When a newcomer came in Canada, especially and the women who are the women, so how they settle? Like, um, uh, what is their first things? What they do? Like, they get any education or how they settle in Canadian job market? Just can you please explain us?
It depends. There are so many programs for newcomers. Some programs are for all of them. Other programs are for newcomers and permanent residents, newcomers. So it depends on how they're coming.
Mhm.
But we have so many organizations here for newcomers, including women. And I know about one organization that supports women to create their own businesses. So
Okay.
Yes, I know about an organization who does that. I did one program with them, and I have strong relationship with people in that organization. Uh, but there are other organizations that can help you building your resume. They teach you how to write the resume. Some others help you with English. Some other organizations help you with food, with clothing, and there are some religious organizations too who support with that bonding, because sometimes you're looking for people with the same values or not feeling lonely, and they support also.
Okay. Like the woman came in here. I think they have some English barrier. Actually, they have some English barrier, and they have some language barrier. For language barrier, actually, people they cannot do anything in Canada, because you need to prove your language actually. So what is your suggestion, how people, how especially how women, they increase their English level?
Networking, having contact with other English speaking people. No,
Hmm.
they don't need to be Canadians. It could be with people from other countries, but speaking English. And taking conversation classes that are for permanent residents. There are free classes. There's a place which is called Wellark, and permanent resident uh, people can apply for those classes. Some of them are every day, some of them are few hours a day, and it depends. But it's very important. It's very, very, very important to practice English, to be involved in English speaking communities is really important, because the lowest English level you have, the less opportunities you have to find a good job or a better job. I recommend everybody who's planning to come to Canada start studying English as soon as possible. So when they come to Canada, they at least have some English. But coming with very low English does not offer you that many opportunities. Sometimes people are waiting to come to Canada to start practicing and learning English, and this is a huge mistake, because you don't learn English in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Learning a language takes lots of time.
Okay. জাস্ট এ মিনিট। সো দর্শক, এখন যারা দেখছেন, আপনারা একটি লিঙ্ক দেওয়া আছে, এখানে ইচ্ছে করলে আমাদের সাথে জয়েন করতে পারেন। এবং আমরা কথা বলছি ক্যানাডার নিউ কামারদের নিয়ে, তারা কিভাবে এখানে সেটেল হতে পারে, স্পেশালি মহিলারা কিভাবে সেটেল হতে পারে। আর এর পাশাপাশি আপনারা কমেন্টসের ঘরে কোশ্চেন করতে পারেন, আমরা অ্যান্সার দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করব, বাট মনে রাখবেন যে আমরা কোনো ইমিগ্রেশন কনসালটেন্ট না। সো জসলিন, নাও জাস্ট ক্যান ইউ read this question, Mohammad Ismail Hossein Akash.
Okay, he's asking if he can easily apply for jobs in Manitoba. Are jobs available for study or open work? If he's studying, yes, he's going to get a job for sure. For sure, there are jobs. Right now, there there are more jobs than people, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. And it also it's also depends on what you are looking for, because if you're looking for a specific jobs, but if you're just looking for a job, yeah, there are. Yes. He's asking also if he can change province after getting PR in Manitoba. You don't have any problem with that, but once you apply for citizenship, it can cause some trouble, because once you apply for the for the provincial nominee program, you say in that paper, I am interested in Manitoba. I am planning to stay in Manitoba. And you have to show the plans you have to stay in Manitoba. But, sorry. But
Right.
once you get your permanent residence and then you move to another, what do you think about that, Sakib? Was that true what I said when I applied for the provincial nominee program?
Uh,
Was that
actually,
true or no?
I saw some of my friend. They came here in Manitoba under provincial nominee program, but they moved to the province. But that time when they apply for citizenship, they give a explanation that my son just he is studying in University of Toronto or something like this, and I think they need to mention a valid cause actually. Without valid
Yes.
cause it may be problem, but we are not immigration consultants, so we cannot clarify the it's 100%. So according to our knowledge, just you got provincial nominee program, so why you are not living this province? It's a general common sense actually. But if you move province, actually you need to talk with the other people, the people who are in immigration consultant. Okay, so just can I repeat this question again? Can I get easily job in Canada? Yeah, you can get it. Job are available. Yeah, this is available. And Jocelyn mentioned that now the job vacancy and people of Canada job vacancy in higher than people of Canada actually. And for study or open work permit, can I change after PR in Manitoba? Yeah, we already mentioned that. And is any problem with that? Yeah, we already mentioned that. So just good luck, and you can try as a student at first with you or with your spouse, and then you can easily get visa actually. So just we are attend one question. He is Subjit, USA Canada. My school certificate can be regulated to Canada.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on what he studied.
Okay. Yeah. So
There
it
are
depends. Yeah.
there are uh, some degrees or some areas, not degrees, some areas that are regulated, such as doctors, lawyers, teachers, and so many nurses, uh,
Yeah, it's not
so many
regulated actually.
professions are regulated. So many professions are regulated.
Yeah. Okay, Jocelyn. So now tell me about your home country. So who is in there, and you have any relation with your home country's people?
Oh, yes, for sure. I have so many friends. My parents are there and my sister is there. Yes, I do. It's a
Okay.
beautiful country. We have our country is different in it's not that multicultural.
Okay.
So we everybody speaks just Spanish, and
Okay.
it's different in Canada. We have many languages, many religions, many people values, many, everybody is different, the personality is different. And in my country, people are usually similar, very friendly, not shy at all, very smiley. And here you can find very nice people that are not that much smiley, or people with different religion, or people with dressing different. So it's a challenge sometimes when we came to Canada to find so many people dressing different, speaking different languages. Sometimes they are shy to talk to us, and we are loud and fast speaking and laughing. And, sometimes we were expecting everybody to be the same. And yes, and after working with newcomers, I realized that women from other countries feel the same. um, for example, oh, I am wearing a hijab, and not many people wear a hijab in Canada. So would they like me? If I sit in the bus, would they want to come and sit next to me? Oh, I feel shy. I don't know if they would like me. And then after they come with all those thoughts, they realize that no, they are well received in here, and they are valued with their religions, with their different clothing. with their personality, and everybody is welcomed in here. Everybody. And I really love that. And I really enjoy teaching the ladies that, because it makes them feel more confident on themselves.
So you mentioned that the people who are Muslim and they have hijab is not barrier in Canada.
It's not that common,
Yeah.
uh, unless people who are coming from this religion or countries with that practice this religion, or if you are here and you are growing up your kids with the same traditions, I may say. And I apologize if I do if I say something wrong, because it's different cultures, and I don't know. I pre apologize just in case I say something, but usually it's not that common. It's not that common. Even I was talking to one of the newcomers I work with, and she was saying, "Oh, I thought when I came to Canada, everybody was wearing shorts and short dresses." And no, not everybody. Some people do, but not everybody. And like, people are coming with that expectations.
Okay. Yeah. So Canada is it's a free country, so you can do anything under the law actually. So you can do anything. You have a lot of opportunity, you have freedom. So hijab or turbine, and it's not a problem in Canada actually. Okay, there is a question, but it's written in Bengali, so just I will translate to you. I live in Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur, and he talked with an agent, and he asked 15,000 Canadian dollar for migrate in Canada. What do you think? Is it possible with the money to camp someone in Canada, or to got a visa in Canada?
Don't give money to anybody. No.
Okay,
I do not, I don't recommend you that.
okay. So, can you imagine 15,000 Canadian dollar?
This is
It's
not
very
legal. This is
this
not
is illegal.
legal.
Yeah,
And it can be possible, but it can be a fraud, and you miss your money.
but
Lose
why
your money.
15,000 Canadian dollar? Middle class income people, they earn $15,000 in 6 months. So why you give them 15,000 Canadian dollar? Actually, it's I think it's impossible. So please don't give any money. Actually, you can try. You can try, and then you can do yourself. Actually, we want to onboard one person in here. He's Ruby. Yeah, I know him. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you
Hi,
today?
Ruby.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me?
I hear you, and
Okay.
I think the viewers, this gentleman. He is Ruby. He's from Ukraine, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And he is Ukraine war affected actually. Okay, Ruby. So audience yours. Yeah, you can talk.
Okay. First of all, hello, Jocelyn. Uh, I have some few, yeah, not few actually. You can say a couple of questions. I mean, if I will say few, it's a lot of questions. So not few, couple of questions. First of all, thank you regarding you are helping the people who are coming new in Canada. So that is very nice, very kind of you. And my question is, let's say for example, I am planning to move to Canada because we all got the visa. Me, my wife, and my two kids. They are 10 years old and 8 years old. And regarding the kids, I mean, do your organization helps the kids also to get admission in the school, and how it's I mean, how the things is going on? I mean, how the kids will go to the school, and what is the procedure?
Okay. Once
Okay,
you come to
just a
Canada,
minute. Just a minute. Just I will introduce to him again. Actually,
Yeah,
he is actually war affected from Ukraine, and he lost many things. He lost his property, and he lost everything actually in Ukraine. So we
yeah.
have to sympathy to him, and we are most welcome in Canada. Actually, you are most welcome in Canada. So see you soon. Okay, Jocelyn. Now you can answer this question.
are you coming to Manitoba?
Yeah, fully confirmed almost.
Wow.
So I think Jocelyn, his wife can be your client. Actually, it's free. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're
Oh
right.
my
Actually,
goodness.
that will be my second question.
Okay. 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 First.
Yeah,
When you move to Canada,
yep.
what's the first thing you need to do? Let's find a house to live in.
Exactly,
And
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
yes, and the school are assigned schools are assigned according to the your address. So
Hmm.
it's very easy. You just have your house and then check the schools that are around. And yes, you go and enroll with your what CUAET. This is the permit for Ukrainians.
Yes, I
And
got it already. Yeah,
yeah, you
Chewet,
you
Chewet. Yeah.
you don't need any help, but just in
Mm.
case you can, sometimes, usually schools have settlement workers, and you
Mhm.
can require information, but it's not a difficult process for sure.
No, okay. By the way, do you have any clients from Ukraine who came in Canada first time and something like that? I mean, you are
The
working with somebody?
organization, the
Yeah,
organization that I work with, yes.
yeah.
That I work in,
Ah, okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes. However, this is a personal interview. It's not about the organization, but I can mention about the
I
services
know.
that are
Just
provided in
curiosity.
Manitoba. Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's great. That's great.
But
The
yes,
second question is about
it's
my wife, which one I mentioned before in between. I mean, she. I mean, all of us in family, we all speak English in the house. I mean, we are good in English. My wife is as well. So, what kind of jobs she can apply there, and how you can help with that? I mean, as you said previously, I was hearing the full conversation when you started with Mr. Sakib, that you are helping to prepare the CVs and how to go for the interview and all this. So, in that case, you have any connection with some companies or some organizations who can help to get the job or something like that?
we do have connections. However,
Yeah.
we see first job posting based on their skills on the programs,
Mhm. Yeah.
and sometimes we don't need that connection for our trainings. It depends
Yeah.
what she studied, what is her experience from back home. What did she work?
Okay. Okay.
What did
Okay.
she work?
She start. I mean, actually, frankly speaking, her study was in railway. You know, in railway studies in Ukraine. There is a program. There is a diploma. Like checking the tickets. I mean, in railway, whatever is there in railway. So she finished that
Okay.
one. But which one is? I am not sure. It will be useful in Canada or not. But she was working like a call center agent, like for some
She can
mobile
apply in
companies.
call centers here. She can apply in call centers.
She can
That's very
apply. Yeah.
common.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
she
great.
can get
That's
a job in
nice.
a call center.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Mr.
This was actually
Yes,
Rudikas,
my
for sure.
question.
I want to say another things actually. I meet many Ukrainian people, those who came in here,
Okay.
and you
Yeah.
said that your wife English proficiency is good. So
It's
I
good. Yeah.
think there are some organization in here. They are working with Ukrainian people directly from Manitoba actually, and
Yeah. Okay.
they need people. I know they need people because they want some ladies who are speaking fluent speaking in English. So
Yeah.
no worries, just you can came in here. Number one and number two, no worries because people are waiting. And our local MPs, I talk with our local MPs and everyone.
Mhm.
They are always just waiting for you guys. So you can come, and school is not a big deal. It's very easy process. I think Jocelyn mentioned you that. So you are most welcome actually.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sakib bhai. Because by the way, I mean, I am inspired to come to Manitoba because of Mr. Sakib.
Ah,
Okay,
Because
thank
lot
you
of
very
people,
much.
because as I saw in Sakib bhai's last video, which one was the also a like a interview video, same like you, with
In
another guy from
Saskatchewan, maybe.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a lot of information which one was very helpful. I mean, I got a lot of things like first what I have to do, I have to go for the scene number, I have to go for the health insurance, first of all, then
Health
I have to
card.
go for the bank account, which bank I have to go, I mean, which priority I will give the banks, which bank, I mean, RC, I mean, there was,
RBC,
yeah,
CIBC.
exactly. So there
There
is
are
a
many
lot of
banks.
information I got, and I listed it, and it's already in my list. So the thing I was missing, two things actually. First one is that after I will get all this like SIN number, health insurance, then the bank account. The house is very important. There was a lot of information regarding the house, how I can get the house, and what type of guarantor I need for the house, and some story I listened from the Sakib Bhai. That's for the guarantor. There was some issues with him. But anyway, that's fine. So the school was missing. That how I can manage the school and what is the procedure for that. So anyway, it's fine. It's fine now. I mean, I
yes,
got all the
I
information.
do have all this information, but in Spanish.
Okay, no worries. Actually, people are waiting to welcome you guys, and school is not a problem. It's very easy thing. So just you can came at first. Then we will take care. Not we, Canadian government will take care
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah,
Just
yeah. That,
Canada,
that you told me before. Yeah,
so
correct.
Canadian people are waiting for you. So no worries. Just you can came in here.
I'm waiting for you too. I want to meet you when you
For
come.
sure, for sure, for sure. Very soon, very soon. I'm maybe in a month or something like that. Yeah.
Just
Okay,
let us
so
know.
now where you are? You are in Germany now, or
Munich, yeah, Germany, yeah, in Munich.
you are in Munich?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So best of luck, Ruby. See you soon.
See you,
See
see
you
you, see you.
soon.
Thank you. Okay. So now another question. He passed in SSC school secondary examination, and for 8 years he is working as a building constructor. So building construction farm. So how he get a visa in Canada?
Well, as I said, look for job offers, and once you get a job offer, you can apply for the work permit visa.
But what do you think? Is it difficult to get a job offer from Bangladesh? These kinds of occupation because building construction is a too much technical job.
It's a little bit hard. Yes,
It's a
it's a
little
little bit complicated, but he can
yeah
try though.
yeah. Okay, Jocelyn. It's I
And
think
Sakib, for that person, he can check on provinces of of the Atlantic. I don't know if opportunities are different in those provinces, but it's a little bit hard.
okay. Okay. So just we are almost done. So what do you want to say again in our audience, or just tell me a few words and our your experience is last 1 hours. How how it is?
Um, I want to say thank you to everybody who was there looking at the video, watching the video, and an advice is keep practicing and studying English, if your English it's not that high, if you're planning to come to Canada, and don't be shy. You will have so many opportunities in these beautiful countries, in this beautiful country, sorry. And if you want to do, work for it. Work for it that you can do it. But you need to action it. You need to practice English, you need to look for a job, you need to save money. All programs for to come to Canada, you will need money no matter the program. So start saving money, and we will be very happy to have you. And follow my account. I know I do promote Canada
No, no, you
in
can
Spanish,
promote, no
but we
problem.
never know. You can leave a message. La Paila Canada. I'm on Instagram too. And thank you, Sakib, for your time and for the invitation.
So the people now who are watching that, she said that she have a YouTube channel. This is called an Instagram as well as also la.paila.canada. And one thing, lastly, I mentioned to the people who are watching, our English level. Like my English level is not good, and I think Jocelyn, your level English level is not up to the mark. We are not talking as like a Canadian, but we are working in here. So I think if you have just she mentioned several times, don't be shy, don't be shy. So if you are not shy, English is not a big deal actually. Just it depends on your practice, and you can talk and more and more. And she also mentioned that you need to find a community who are talking in English. So yeah, we are, just remember, just don't forget, English is not our mother tongue. So if I find any English people, then and if I just said them talk in Spanish or talk in Bengali, they didn't say any single word. But in this live last 57 minutes, we are talking in almost English. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, we have some mistakes in language, but who cares? Who cares? So if you know or if you understand, it's okay. And one thing, that body language is the 60% of in your language. Okay, so you cannot mention everything in your body language. So no worries about it. Is it, Jocelyn?
Yes, yes. None of us have English as the first language. So we are
Right.
going to make mistakes. We are going to mispronounce some words. We are not going to remember few words in English. It's going to happen. So don't be shy, because we're newcomers and we speak two languages at least. Not that perfect, but we do have a second language.
Yeah. Okay, so Jocelyn, thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your valuable information. I think we will make more video if you have time and if you want to, if you
Yes, for
want,
sure.
for in various issue. And you are working with newcomers, and hopefully the people who are came from Bangladesh and in my language, uh, the people who are working, definitely they will meet with you to for their resume and for their career development program and everything. Thank you so much.
Yes, for sure. And see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.